Moyu has recently released 2 new Maglev cubes, but which one should you get? Is Maglev all just hype, or is there really something to it? Today, I will be comparing the Maglev Moyu RS3M 2021 and the purple Maglev Moyu Weilong WRM 2021. The RS3M 2021 was released on the 7th of September 2021. The cube was the first cube released that featured a magnetic levitation system. The RS3M's unboxing is pretty simple, with only the cube and an accessories box. The accessories box contains a solving pamphlet, a pamphlet telling you how to assemble the non-existent box and how to use the tensioning tools, a spring tensioning tool, a screwdriver, and an extra spring compression piece in case one somehow breaks. The RS3M 2021 comes in at 56mm across, weighs 91 grams, and has a moderate magnet feeling, and the cube only comes in stickerless. The WRM 2021 Maglev edition was released on the 29th of September 2021, being the second Moyu cube to feature a magnetic levitation system. This cube was the Maglev version of the WRM 2021. The cube comes in a nice box which is almost double the size of the RS3M 2021 box. However, this larger size starts to make more sense when you look inside and see that the cube also has its own box, which was first featured in the GTS2M WCA edition. Inside the box is also an accessories box, featuring the 2 pamphlets also featured in the RS3M, a screwdriver, a spring compression tool, 2 core holders, which are meant to help you tension your cubes equally but are really just useless, half a screwdriver, and 4 sword-shaped things which are meant to be used to change the magnet strength, and they are attached to the half screwdriver. Moyu gives you 4 of these because they seem to break quite easily. The WRM Maglev is 55mm across, weighs 84 grams, and only comes in stickerless shades. The magnets on the WRM are adjustable, meaning that you can change the magnet strength. There are 5 different magnet settings, with setting 1 being the strongest and setting 5 feeling like a non-magnetic cube. So I set these 2 cubes up as I always do, only using large amounts of silk and DNM37 on the pieces, tracks, and core. I find that these loops help to slow the cubes down quite a lot. I put the RS3M spring compression setting on setting 4 and the WRM's spring compression setting on setting 5, and I put the WRM's magnet strength on setting 1, which is the strongest. These 2 cubes also feature the Moyu dual adjustment system, which allows you to adjust the springs as well as the screws. There are 9 spring tension settings, and all the screw tensions are infinite. Obviously, both of these cubes feature a magnetic levitation system, which results in no spring noise whatsoever and causes there to be less friction in the core. Out of the box, both these cubes are pretty fast, but with setup, you can get them to be a more reasonable speed. The first difference when you get the 2 cubes is the price. The RS3M 2021 is 22 New Zealand dollars, while the WRM 2021 is $45. So the WRM is clearly more expensive. However, this extra price also comes with more accessories and an adjustable magnet strength. I personally find that the WRM is much faster than the RS3M. However, that can vary from setup to setup. This extra speed causes the WRM to be much less stable than the RS3M, and also just makes the cube a whole lot faster in general. Other than that, the WRM just has a slightly more premium feeling to it, and the turning feels a bit smoother than the RS3M. Taking a look at the piece design, you can see that the pieces of the 2 cubes are both pretty different. The RS3M edges and corners are pretty simple, just 2 pieces of coloured plastic and a torpedo for the edge, and 3 pieces of coloured plastic and a corner stock for the corner. The WRM, on the other hand, is much more complicated. And yes, this cube is purple. In the edge, Of course, there's the adjustable magnets, but the piece design is quite different to the RS3M. All but the colored caps on top are one piece. The edge piece is actually quite weirdly shaped, which I would guess would be to fit in the weirdly shaped center and corner pieces. The corner piece is also a very similar design to the edge, with all but the colored caps being one piece. I'm not exactly sure which design is better, but I can say that the WRM is much harder to pop than the RS3M, and it also has a much more detailed design. I have a few minor complaints about these cubes. Out of the box, both these cubes are completely dry and have absolutely no lube in them, and that isn't great for cubers just starting out. I find that the WRM's center cap design makes it so much harder to get the center cap off. It's not that much of a big deal, but I just find the RS3M's center cap design to be much nicer. As for the RS3M, I find that the frosted finish is just kind of slippery, and out of the box, the outside texture doesn't feel great. Overall, I don't really have too many complaints about these cubes, as they are both pretty good. So what cube should you get? Well, it depends on what your preferences are. If you like pretty fast cubes that are also stable, go for the RS3M 2021. But if you like very fast cubes that have a premium feel to them, go for the WRM 2021. If you're just starting out and don't know your preferences yet, I'd recommend getting the RS3M 2020, as it is much cheaper and it's also a very reliable cube, just with springs. So thanks so much for watching this comparison video. Be sure to like and subscribe because I work really hard on all these videos and it literally only takes you 5 seconds to subscribe. Click this video here if you want to know more about the RS3M 2020 and RS3M 2021, and click this icon here to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching and stay safe.